Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another time of possession, the podcast that is just not like them. Is that like the thing now, or is it like
They not like us.
oh they're no the podcast that is
Mhm.
we're not like them and they're not like us
And
um
yeah,
yeah, okay, elephant in room addressed. Dodgers won the World Series. That's what we're starting with tonight. Also, we will get to NFL talk week 9, at least most of the games. There's one happening behind me. Probably can't see it real great, though. Seahawks Commanders, and then Cardinals Cowboys is tomorrow, but who cares about that, really, if we're being honest. And then Lakers. A lot of LA sports talk on today's show.
Yeah.
Um, a lot of LA winning recently. Both of your guys' teams won today.
yeah,
Um, yeah,
not
and I had to,
surprising with mine,
yeah,
anyways.
yeah, yeah. Um, all right. Well, y'all, I'll let you guys take the floor. You guys can get into it, talk about what you need to talk about. Congrats. Is
Again.
all I'll say. Congrats. The super improbable run. No one believed in us. Highest payroll
No.
team. Yeah,
Uh,
congratulations
okay.
Right,
on your
right. Oh
super
my god, bro!
improbable
Don't do
run
that.
that
Don't do that.
nobody expected. Cough, cough. World Series favorites the entire year. The floor is yours. Congrats on the win,
All
We
boys.
right.
looked horrible going into the postseason. I just want to say,
Yeah,
we didn't
like
look good,
July, like we couldn't score. August, we
dude.
couldn't
Both me and
defend.
Jared were
In
very much
September,
not thinking we were gonna make a run.
we thought we were NLDS. We lose to the Phillies. That
Yeah,
was it. That was our. We were like,
the
that's
bullpen was gonna screw us.
like Ryan.
That's what
You
we
you
thought.
you heard me on the pod. I picked the Phillies in 5. I picked the Phillies in 5, which I thought would have happened if not for an Orion Kerkering brain fart. But anyway,
Hmm.
we have a lot to unpack because last time we recorded, it was after Yoshinobu Yamamoto's Game 2 complete game. So we're going to have to go all the way back to talk about probably one of the greatest World Series games ever played in Game 3. And yeah,
Ooh,
that
yeah.
was if you thought Shohei's Game 4 against the Brewers was great, his Game 3 against the Blue Jays was an all-timer. Double to lead off the game, home run off Max Scherzer, and then the Dodgers defense that we saw back in August reared its ugly head and brought the Blue Jays back into it. Short King Alejandro Kirk just tanking a curveball to dead center, make it 3-2, and then down 4-2. I was like, the offense can't keep up because all they do is try to hit solo homers, and yeah,
Yep.
one inning is all it took. Shohei and Freddie tied the game, and then you had Blake Trinan come in, and I mean, honestly, that bullpen the game, like when Glasnow came out early, I was like, it'd be funny is if I tweeted it. I was like, it'd be funny if the bullpen held serve and the offense was able to get back in the game. And lo and behold, the bullpen delivered, except one Blake Trinan who couldn't even get one out. I think it's time to
Shocker.
retire, buddy. Just retire. Just retire. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, he gets Bo Bichette, who we will definitely talk about once we get through everything here. Um, yeah,
He's still
single
freaking good, man.
he is, and he's gonna get like
Hell yeah.
a minimum $250 million contract, minimum. Um,
Yeah.
man, the
When he hit that
ball.
homer last night, I was like, "Oh my gosh, bro!
All right,
Like
so
we're in some trouble."
takes the lead. Obviously, Vladdy scores from first. The ball was just really finding the grass for the Blue Jays this series. Every blooper, infield hit, Baltimore chop, it was bouncing, rolling, flying their way. And you know what? It was like we're getting beat.
Everything.
Like, Ernie Clement with these blue base hits, Addison Barger, Baltimore chops, and he's just fast enough to get down to first. Alejandro Kirk going the other way, just getting past Freddie's glove. It's just like, dude, what can you do? Like we're pitching to them, but they just keep getting hits. It's ridiculous. This contact first offense is really showing itself. So obviously they took the lead 5-4. And I don't know what they were trying to tell Sir Anthony Dominguez. I don't know if they were trying to say, just don't give him anything to hit. Well, apparently a fastball down Broadway was apparently the game plan, because Shohei tanks it. And, my mind was a goddamn pretzel that game. So I thought we had the lead, but I forgot that Vladdy scored the previous inning. So I was like, oh, wait, no, it's tied again. God damn it. And then, yeah. The first 12 innings of that game, you could argue, were the best. It's like honestly, all 18 innings of that game. 12 of them were
It was crazy.
Absolute cinema. It's like watching a season of your favorite show or anime, but I'll say the last the innings 13 through 17 were just a bunch of filler episodes you had to get through with not really much importance.
We finally got to the peak
to the story, and then 18 was like, all right, you hit the end of the season finale. Freddie walks it off, and we will not forget Will Klein, absolute masterclass.
Will Klein, absolute Dodger legend. Wow.
He played the Brent Honeywell role of this postseason by pitching 4 scoreless innings, 72 pitches, most he's ever thrown. And I thought, if we lose this game, it's gonna suck. Just knowing he gave it all right there. And, Yamamoto was about to pitch in that game, too, which was like,
yeah,
please.
He's warming up.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, Freddie wins it with the home run, and I didn't think, because that was the first time the Dodgers had scored more than 5 runs in a game since the Reds series, October 1st. So it took them 4 weeks to score more than 5 runs, but it took them 18 innings in a game to do that. No matter how many times they got on base, they could not come away with a winning hit, and it was so frustrating. And it just felt like only a matter of time before, Vlad hits a freaking solo shot, and it's like, oh, that's it, pretty much. But we got that game, and then, next day, I mean, you kind of figured the Dodgers weren't going to come out swinging just because of that. But what also was frustrating was the Blue Jays were also playing that 18-inning game as well, and they came out ready. So,
yeah,
it just really sucked watching Game 4 after Game 3. It just felt like, what was even or maybe if you won that game earlier, the team's not as tired, but because they had opportunities to win that game earlier, but they didn't. Yeah,
I mean, you just feel like they would have rode the momentum,
Yeah, and they just didn't. That's the problem. Sometimes with the Dodgers, they don't ride momentum a lot, and the other team is just able to level. I wouldn't say the playing field, but the energy, tense, mental kind of fortitude. Because Vlad, I think, came out and said, "Hey, they only won 1 game. They didn't win the World Series, so let's just." And next 2 games outscored us freaking 11-3. So we scored 4 runs in 29 innings. It was really sad. A sad watch for the 3 home games we had. Losing 2 of 3 at home, I honestly thought we were done. I thought maybe we could force a Game 7, but then it's just having to win 3 of 4 on the road to win the World Series is hard. The only team that won pretty much all 4 road games to win the World Series that we remember is the 2019 Washington Nationals. They won all their road games to win the World Series and lost all their home games. So we had to win 3 or 4. Game 6, ride or die with Yamamoto. It was I didn't think he was throwing a complete game for a 3rd straight start. It's just not happening. Unless, they swung at first pitch every freaking time, and it resulted in an out. I thought he'd go 7. He went 6. And, yeah, got out of a lot of big jams. Mookie getting the big hit to score 2 runs on a base hit. We won that game without having to hit a home run. So, I mean, I'll take it. But then we get to Game 7. Yeah, that was... We're obviously,
Wow.
every Dodger fan talks
crazy.
about Dodgers managerial decisions when it comes to starting pitchers, leaving a guy in too long, or why'd you bring this guy in? Yeah,
You know, I said it in the group chat. I
I
was like,
agree.
there's no reason why we needed to put him back out there after he got out of a bases loaded situation. I was like, what the heck are we doing?
Yeah, you just went one time through the order, and he was lucky to get out of that unscathed. Glass now needed
Yeah,
to be in by that third inning. But instead, you got, just it's like a Springer was 2 for 2 off of him, and it was like not great. You know, they sacrifice and whatnot. Then Vlad gets on because he throws the splitter away, and then he gets the third. So intentional walk, and Bo Bichette on a bum knee hits it to dead center. And this Dodgers boom or bust approach to the home run, they hit so many solo home runs. It is shocking to me that they won this
it's
series
crazy.
off of solo home
Yeah.
runs. But yeah, 3-0. It
Yeah,
just
that's one
felt
thing we didn't do is like we didn't string hits together, you know?
no, yeah, they'd get on. Maybe we get a single and then a single here, or a walk and then a single, but then like that's it. Um, down 3-0 already, just like that, felt like a gut punch. And with how the offense was, it felt almost insurmountable because it was like we're getting guys on, not bringing them in. Obviously, the next inning, Varsho makes a diving catch because of course he does. And I mean, it brings in a run, so we got one that inning. But it's like if that's a hit, it just bounces
Yeah,
to score.
that was a good catch. Yeah.
So and the ball was just finding the Blue Jays' gloves.
Their defense
It's
was
just
really good.
I
And then ours got good, but it was bad most of the time.
yeah. It's 3-1, and then later, they make it 3-2 off of Chris Bassett, and then the next inning, I don't think I've ever seen an 8 and 9 hitter for a team be so like consistently deadly than I did the Blue Jays 8 and 9 hitters and Ernie Clement and Andres Jimenez, because I think they were batting like 300 or above that entire postseason. It was just insane to me. But yeah, they make it 4-2, and that honestly, just to me, we did so much just to make it a one-run game that felt like the dagger almost. It was just like, damn it, like we were just down one, and now we're down two again. But then Muncy finally comes through, hits another home run off of Savage, which was good because if Savage gets through that eighth inning unscathed, he probably finishes the game, or at least you start to have that conversation if you're Schneider. But hits the home run. It's a one-run game, so you bring in Hoffman, and yeah, the ninth inning, dude. Like, I know I was at work the entire game, so I went on my my last break. We had the game on in the break room, so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna sit here, I'm gonna watch them till the end. I'm not just gonna I'm not gonna not watch my team. I'm gonna die on my sword, die on my shield, whatnot. And the unlikeliest of dudes to tie the game. You know that scene in Moneyball when Chris Pratt's character gets the hit and then Brad Pitt goes, that was me in the break room. Just like, except I'm like, and then
No, seriously, I was like, well, we're done.
because
this is it.
if they got Miggy, they were just gonna intentionally walk Shohei to face Will, and like that probably would have been it.
Yeah.
So, but you couldn't walk Miggy, so you had to give him a pitch to hit. And boy, did he freaking hit the snot out of that thing. He hit that.
I saw something cool where his wife apparently kept telling him he was gonna hit a home run, like all World Series, even though he wasn't playing like at all. And then she said he's gonna hit a home run in Game 7, and Doc like talked about it in the interview.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy. And it happened. Manifested it.
Yep. They tie the game. Blake Snell gets into trouble in the ninth, and Yamamoto escapes bases loaded, 1 out. Andy Pages mossing Kike Hernandez at the wall to save the game. Mm, cinema. And in the 10th inning,
Hell of a defensive sub, gotta say, by Doc there. That
yeah,
wow, like getting Pajes in the game right there,
yeah, what he did,
absolutely destroying and knocking over Kike. Oh my gosh.
what he wasn't able to do with his bat, he made up for with his glove. Which,
Yeah, that's
honestly,
huge.
this is a postseason to forget for him. You hope next year he plays a lot better than I think 4 for 50 stat line is what he had this postseason.
Pretty
Not
crazy.
not great,
With
but
that amount of plate appearances,
yeah.
man. Jeez.
Next inning, we bases loaded, 1 out, and of course when we were hitting fly balls all day, 2 ground outs to end the freaking inning. I was like, y'all pissed me off with the bases loaded. I swear to God, man. Every time you get bases loaded, you never come through. So yeah, and then the next inning, Yamamoto has a quick 10th, and then Shane Bieber's in. And I went, oh God, this is the dude that destroyed us in Game 4. And it looked like it. First 2 guys, Shohei breaks his bat, Miggy just, I think, popped up or whatever. Will Smith.
Will Smith.
If he has probably, if Yoshinobu Yamamoto didn't exist, he's probably World Series MVP. But like, man, I was willing, pun intended, that ball out of there because when he hit it, I was like, please. And by the time I'm off work, but I'm watching it in the break room because I cannot for the life of me drive home when that game was tied in extra innings.
Yeah, no, you couldn't. Nah,
I
wouldn't
was
either.
gonna get in a
Get
car
it.
accident if I drove home and then he hits that home
Yeah.
run. I would have like, not gonna say what I would have done because that is a dangerous, reckless driving. So, anyway, yeah, my coworker, she's on her break as well, and she's the only one in there. She's watching me run around the break room like a kid on Christmas. And she's
my
trying
gosh.
not to laugh while she's on her phone. And she's just like, I'm like, I do not care if I'm making myself look like the biggest effing dork. We're up. Finally.
Finally.
And, Yamamoto was on the mound, and I'm like, I think all we need is just 1 run, and he'll close it out. And, Guerrero with the leadoff double scared me, because I was like, oh, hell. And then, IKF sacrifices, and then, they walk Barger, which ended up being key, because Kirk doesn't run at all. Grounded out into the double play to end the game, ending one of probably the greatest Game 7s ever to be played in baseball history. It is up there with Cubs-Indians Game 7 in 2016. It is definitely up there.
Yeah, no doubt. An instant classic for sure. And just an amazing World Series and postseason completely, man. Just the entire whole postseason was great.
Yep, just
Best World Series since what,
16.
2013 or something?
16, dude.
16.
Cubs-Indians was amazing. I can go back and watch 16 any day, like all the highlights of the games. Like, some of the games were like one-sided, but it was like when it came down to like maybe 2 or 3 games, it was like tightly contested, whatnot, like especially 7. So, you can argue 17 as well, but we all know the aftermath of that. So,
Yeah,
19,
I was gonna say that also.
19
19.
definitely a good World Series. Went 7. Think of another one that was good recently. You can argue Braves Astros was good.
Yeah.
Even before that, 2014 Giants Royals, good. And speaking of 2014, Yamamoto had a Mad Bum-esque run, you could argue, winning World Series MVP, basically willing his team to a World Series. and it was like, I know it was different circumstances, Ryan, but like, I want to ask you because you're the Giants fan.
Why are you doing this?
I want to get his take. Like in 2014, when y'all won and like Mad Bum won World Series MVP, like what was the kind of emotions going through you? I know it was a long
It
time
felt
ago,
like no, it felt like it was inevitable, and no matter what happened, he was going to get you out of whatever jam you needed to get into. 1 run in 21 innings is what Mad Bum did. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it, like you go back and you look at it, the numbers are insane. And not to like say anything about Yamamoto, like he had a really good series,
Yeah.
but like I don't know. I think there's levels to this shit. You know, like that's all I'm gonna say. Um, yeah, but no, I mean he was great. And now I because you texted that in the chat, I kind of went back and I was like comparing the two. One, this Blue Jays team's a lot better than that Royals team. I'll say that.
100%.
Um, I think, yeah. Um, he had the extra day of rest. People would say, but he also went 5 innings in that game 7. So, there's that. Um, I don't know, man. I 1 run in 21 innings is absolutely just nuts to me. And, yeah, I mean, he was good, man. Yamamoto deserved it. He was great. Is he the GOAT, as Dave Rogers said, or Dave Roberts said? Probably not. Probably not that. It's kind of weird, disrespectful to say that. And Kershaw is like retiring, and that's his last game and everything. Your real GOAT's right there. And you're just like talking about this guy that's like, yeah, he has a chance, I guess.
That is
but
a little
like,
crazy. Yeah, I didn't think
I
about
mean,
it like that.
Yamamoto's only
Yeah.
mean,
two
like,
seasons
that's
in.
true.
He's only 2 seasons in.
yeah.
But you
That's
mentioned
the crazy thing.
You
Yeah.
mentioned Kershaw. I am so glad Dave didn't listen to the intrusive thoughts of the storybook ending of saying, you know what? I'm gonna have Kersh
I'm gonna
come in
put
and
him
get
in.
the last out.
They should have put him in.
Yeah.
I
He's a
would have
coward.
lost
Coward.
it.
Do it.
I would have
He's a
lost it.
coward.
Like, dude, I would
Come
have
on.
lost it because it's like, no, Dave, not unless
Bro,
it's like
yeah, I
5
would have
runs.
fell apart, bro. I
Like,
was
we
saying
almost fell
no.
apart in Game 3 when he came in with bases loaded, 2 outs. We were so lucky
Yeah,
he got out of
that was
that.
scary. Got lucky.
That was his final appearance, just getting the 1 out. Ever pitching, that's just crazy.
And I'm happy with that.
Um,
Doesn't go out
I
sad.
I do want to talk about the Blue Jays side of things. We mentioned their contact first, like offense, dude. There were
Now they could string hits together, man. I was really impressed with just like how they were able to always have someone on base every freaking inning. Like they always had traffic. It was crazy.
yeah, freaking like Game 6 when they had second and third no out and it was still 3-1. I genuinely thought, Tyler, if they tied this in Game 6 right here, we were gonna lose in extras, or at least we were probably gonna get walked off right there because that was what I was feeling. And it was like, well, the last time the Blue Jays won the World Series in '93, they walked it off on a homer. But it's like, I think if they would have tied it there, they would have eventually won it in Game 6. But, thankfully Tyler Glasnow came in, pop up by Ernie Clement, and then the line out into a double play, like, saved it. Like, Barger being off second, that's just got to be adrenaline running through you, being like, oh, I'm going to score the tying run of, like, to clinch the World Series, or at least tie the game late and give us a chance to win. It's like, but I think he just thought it was falling, even though the outfielders were playing in. Like, that's just base running mistake and whatnot. But, yeah.
Isaiah Kiner for Leffa also screwed up not taking a larger lead too when it was on contact.
From what I read, he was told to stay close. So that's on the Blue Jays coaching staff for telling him to stay close to the third base bag instead of, if he gets one more step, like you said before we started here, the Blue Jays are probably World Series champions right now. Like if he like one more step, and that's just what
Yeah.
you hate to think about.
Possibly.
If you're a Blue Jays fan, you're going to sleep. We were a cleat spike away from, because Will almost didn't get it back on there. I was like,
Dude, it was right there. That was so close. I had to keep looking at the replay. Like, it was crazy.
yeah, yeah. That was one of the. That's how, like Ryan said with Madbum, no matter what scenario you put him in, he was going to get you out of it. He got out of it. So, yeah, like, but they had like game 6, second and third, nobody out 3 times in this game 7. They had a runner at second with no outs, and they could not bring him in. It was after they scored the
Pretty crazy.
the 4th
Yeah.
run. After Jimenez scored the 4th run, he's doubled. There was no outs that inning. He did not come around to score. 8th inning, Ernie Clement led off with a double. They did not bring him home. The 11th inning, Guerrero doubled to start that inning, and they couldn't bring him in. 3 times. Or, I mean, obviously the one run in the 11th would have been a tie of the game, but any of those other 2 just score. Like they have been all season, all postseason. Dodgers lose by like 1 run. And, you know, obviously didn't happen. And then you got the Blue Jays guys, or at least the guys on Sportsnet, coping with some heavy words of wisdom? I don't know if wisdom would be the right word, but saying that they believe the better team did not win the World Series.
Cope is the right word. Cope is the right word. They're cope. It's cope.
Yeah,
I
that was
understand
crazy.
I understand the frustration.
I get it.
but
I
it's
get
just-
why they're saying that. Yeah.
but yeah, it's just there was there was something my Yankees buddy told me at work today. He said every AL team that was in a series clinching scenario and moved on lost the next series. So the Tigers, series clinching scenario against Guardians, they won, lost to the Mariners. Mariners, series clinching scenario against the Tigers, won, lost to the Blue Jays. Blue Jays win the series clincher against the Mariners, lose to the freaking Dodgers. It was a domino effect. Like, I didn't notice that until he said it, and I went, oh. Yeah, in the break room after the final out is made, I fall to my knees. I fall onto my back after that. I'm staring up at the ceiling, and I'm laughing hysterically. Because it's just like...
This guy, bro.
Dude, all 3 of my other teams were first-round exits. So it's like, this is the sporting god saying here, you had to watch your Kings go up 2-0 and then lose 4 straight. You had to watch the Lakers kind of go out sad after getting Luka, even though the Wolves really just owned us. And then I had to watch my Chargers get embarrassed by the Texans. So I'm like, thank you for giving me this, because oh my god. Hopefully 2026 is better for my other 3 as well. So, but, you know, I am happy.
You never know.
I am so
Kings suck.
happy. We have not won a game at home.
Yeah, the Kings are bad.
I can't even right now. No, I'm gonna check right now if I even won in fantasy hockey this week. But anyway, I want to talk to the Blue Jays side of things, because Bo Bichette is a free agent, gentlemen. I want to ask you: has he played his final?
Hell yeah.
Has he played his final game as a Blue Jay?
No.
Honestly, I don't know enough about the guy's like personality. Like, you know what I mean?
Good guy.
There's just a lot of players that just don't want to play in
Toronto.
in Toronto, in Canada, basically.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know if he's like, you know, that kind of person. Basically, you know, that's why the Raptors have struggled for so long. Really, is just players don't want to.
They got their one good year where they brought in Kawhi and all them.
I don't know. I would hope not, because I feel like the Blue Jays, if they just add like one more real like solid piece, they could easily be back in the World Series next year. You know, like they're
Yeah.
very consistent hitting the ball and everything, like you said. Pretty good pitching staff. You know, it's like
Yeah. No,
they're a
they were
very
really good.
well-rounded team. Um, so and honestly, I do want to see outside of Bo Bichette who would be a free agent.
They have a couple.
Shane Bieber, Chris Bassett.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Couple bullpen guys, I think.
yeah,
I mean Scherzer, but like he
Scherzer.
probably just retires, right?
I think he says he wants to keep playing.
Maybe.
I think
Wow.
that's what
Well,
I
I
saw.
mean, if he wants to keep playing, bring him back. He might as well. I mean, he won't. It shouldn't cost that much to bring him back. Um, yeah, outside of those four guys, nobody really notable.
Well,
Um,
this is
so
also
yeah.
what I have to ask. Also, with those pitching guys who pitch pretty well this postseason, like
Yeah.
you have a lot of guys going into ARB, which is going to take up a lot of your payroll. And it's just as the Toronto Blue Jays, I know you have like you were the top 5 in payroll this year. Are you willing to go to 300, if not 400 million, if you bring back Bo Bichette and keep adding to this team? Because here's the question you got to ask:
I mean, you're gonna
Not Addison Barger, Ernie Clement broke Randy Arozarena's record for hits in a single postseason with 20. Are we gonna get that Ernie Clement the rest of the way, or was this just an overachieved season? Because Ernie Clement was not this type of hitter when he was with Cleveland.
No, yeah, he was really good, really efficient. Like, had a great batting average throughout the entire postseason. I think like he was really good.
And then
It was shocking. Yeah, like you
Andres
said, he's not the
Jimenez.
same in the regular season.
Andres Jimenez, like, is
Same
he
thing.
gonna keep that
Yeah.
up? Because he was never really known as a good hitter in Cleveland. So you have a lot
He
of
was known as a
questions.
decent hitter. I feel like.
Yeah,
Like,
but he wasn't
he was
like
all
batting
right.
300 like he was in the postseason.
No, yeah.
But yeah, it's you have a lot of questions, and it's like, what team is possibly gonna overpay for?
Yeah,
I would
you're
say
you're probably losing at least you're losing one of those guys, one of those pitchers. Like you're gonna lose one of them because you have to pay Bo Bichette, you know, and if you like I guess your priority is probably oh man, who would your priority be here? Probably I mean Bieber, I think Bieber is gonna get the most money, market value.
Yeah.
Um so like I guess he would be your priority, but if you lose him, you turn to Bassett, keep him. Scherzer won't cost as much, and then you look to the free agent pool and you're like, can we bring in
Yeah, one more starter. Yeah.
like a Ranger Suarez or like a Jack Flaherty or something, and just
Yeah.
you know just kind of like one
Tighten
of
it
those
up.
type of guys. If
Hmm.
like if the Brewers decline Peralta's contract, could they try to go that way? You know, because it is a club option. So
Yeah.
and the way they're talking about dealing him, you know, they could potentially just be like, you know, do the Brewers thing and just like continue to not pay anybody ever, you know. So
except
it
Christian
could go that
Fair.
Yelich,
way.
except
Yeah.
Christian Yelich and Jackson Cherry. Those are
Oh
the
yeah.
only two guys
Except.
they've paid.
Yeah.
So, um, speaking of free agents, Michael King did decline his club option with the Padres, so he's a free agent.
Dang.
I do want to ask you, Ryan, as well as we're on the baseball topic still. We didn't ask you. How are you feeling about the Giants' new managerial
Tony
hire?
Vitello. Yeah.
I couldn't. I mean,
You don't know a lot about him, probably, huh?
look, I mean, I know that you know when they win the championship 2024, I
It was
think,
recent.
right? Is
It
when
was recent.
Yeah.
yeah, it was recent. I think they won it in 24 there and you know, it was going to happen eventually that a guy jumps to the pros without any you know, pro experience. It was going to happen eventually. So,
Yeah.
you know, if you're the Giants and you need to um, do your best to compete with the Dodgers, which is their goal right now, right? They are the Bills to the Chiefs, and you guys are the Chiefs, right? They're the Bills, and they have to do everything they can do to get to that point where they're competing against them in the postseason and could potentially upset them. That's literally that has to be the goal. And you have to continue to push like the boundaries and try to do everything innovative you can to gain every single edge. And if Posey thinks he's the best candidate, fine by me. That's better than bringing in a how old is Bruce Bochy at this point? I mean, that's
70,
like I'm
70
Old.
something.
It's gotta be like 70 plus.
like I'm tired of bringing in retreads. You know what I mean? Like just the same kind of doing the
Just old
same
managers, yeah.
70 right now. Bochy is. I just looked it up. So I mean, I'm cool with it. I don't know enough about the guy to like give a judgment. I'll let you know within the first 2 weeks of the regular season next year, depending on his decisions with the pitching staff and everything like that. So I'm
Speaking
sure he's
of,
going to be analytically driven. You know, I'm sure
Yeah,
that
probably.
he's a younger dude. He did come out and say that it's it was a selfish decision. So at least some Giants fans were turned off by that. But to me, that kind of shows like a maturity and like a he's looking at
He
this
knows
from a
what he
different
wants.
perspective. He knows what he wants. When the pros come calling, there's only a certain amount of jobs that get to be a manager of an MLB team. And he feels bad for leaving Tennessee. That just shows a human emotion. He understands people,
Yeah,
and hopefully
totally.
the players can relate to that. So,
That's the thing is like, how is he gonna be able to, handle a major league clubhouse? It's not the same as a college dugout,
no,
like very different personalities and there's divas and I mean you guys don't have well you have Devers now and he's gonna have to deal with him probably but
yeah, we'll see how Devers is with him. I know
because
that's all that's
he's
the
a little
main.
bit of a diva I would say.
Yeah, we'll see.
I
He
don't.
did, Devers started actually hitting the freaking ball once we were out
Yeah,
of
he did
it's
out of
the Giants
contention.
every year. Once we have no shot of making the playoffs, we look like the greatest freaking team on earth. It's incredible. It's like clockwork, dude, every single year. But yeah,
Always finish the season strong.
yeah, I don't get it, but yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
All right, now here's what I want to ask you. Did you listen when you had to leave early to the end of what Tyler and I talked about last episode?
Um, No, I didn't have a chance to. Like, I started to, and then I got distracted with something. I saw that you guys were like, "Oh, now it's just the Dodger fans," when talking all the, whatever. Uh, I kind of got distracted and started doing something else. Why? What did we say?
All right, buddy. So we talked about the Tigers lowballing Scooble in
Oh
contract
yeah.
discussions. The fact that they were 250 million apart or something like
Yeah,
that.
it's ridiculous. It's stupid.
So
It's
I
insane,
said,
bro.
and with 1 year left of control, if they're not going to re-sign him, there is one team in the NL that should push all their chips onto the table to get this guy. And I said it was the Giants who need to go out and get Scooble.
He did.
Because I
That'd
said,
be cool.
because I'm like, you saw the Padres, they've made it the last few years, but they don't look like they're fully whole, especially with Mike Schilt leaving. And you don't know the questions of their pitching staff because Cease is a free agent and now King's a free agent. The Diamondbacks can't stay healthy or consistent rotation wise. It's like if you're the Giants, you see a golden opportunity. Yeah, it's probably gonna cost you like maybe a top 5 prospect for 1 year of school, but if you can extend him, it's worth it. It's just, are the Giants
Yeah,
owners and Buster Posey willing to go all in? I think Buster is.
I think Buster is for sure.
I think
It's
he would
just
do
a
that.
question. It's just a question if the owners want to pay that much. We've seen how aggressive he is up to this point his tenure, going out and getting Devers, right? Signing what's his name to the big contract.
Adamas.
I don't know. Yeah, Adamas to the big contract. So I don't think it's a question on if he's aggressive or not. I think it's a question on if I don't know what would get it done for the Giants though. Like, what are you giving up? Um,
Who's that outfield prospect you guys called up towards the end of the season?
I'm
Because
looking at right
I
now.
think
Yeah,
it
so that's
might
my
take
question.
him.
Are they willing to give up? Is it Bryce Eldridge? Is that who we're talking about here? No, he
Yeah.
plays infield.
Oh, infield? Oh, I thought
Um,
it was outfield.
I mean, he plays first base, but
Oh, well, they have Torkelson still, but I don't know. I think he's approaching free agency soon. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know who your top pitching prospect is right now because I know you got rid of Kyle Harrison already. So
Yeah, that's the thing though. You know, if you're the Giants, you already gave them you gave up your top pitching prospects, right? And like realistically, you look at the list, Eldridge is kind of the only guy there, so you'd probably have to give up Eldridge to get there. And like, you know, if you're willing to go all in, fine, you know, because then you realistically Devers plays first and you have Chapman at third still. And then, you know, like that just kind of is how it is. Because like I don't know what Eldridge does for you next season. You know what I mean? Like I don't know what he does for you next season because his Devers just going to DH at that point, and then Eldridge plays first. You know, like what's the Giants thinking there? I mean, dude, look, if we can get Tariq Skubal, do it, do it. I don't like. He's the best pitcher in the league right now. He's the best. He's literally the best pitcher in the league, and unless you want to be like Yamamoto is now or something, because you know
I would
the question is,
argue
He's up there.
I would say Scooble is, given his track record,
yeah,
but
I agree.
unfortunately, we've not seen him reach a championship series because of the Tigers' limitations. So,
Yeah,
Skeens, obviously, we're never going to see him in the playoffs until he leaves the Pirates. So,
Yeah.
yeah, like, I
Sad.
know there's talk like, oh, the Dodgers are going to trade for Tree Scooble. Realistically, I do not see a spot for him unless they were willing to give up, like, Glasnow or Gavin Stone or something, because Otani's back to pitching. They're going to go a 6-man rotation next year. It's like, I realistically see them passing on Scooble and then getting Paul Skeens. That's what I see the Dodgers doing.
I can see it. Yeah.
But who knows? The Pirates just might try to hold on to him and milk what they can of Skeens and then just let him go for nothing. So, like, kind of like what the Angels did with Otani.
yeah. That's. I mean, look, yeah, that's what I think happens realistically. So.
Yeah.
Obviously, that'll probably end the baseball talk there. Obviously, we're not going to talk off season anytime soon because, you know, like the first month, November is like a snooze fest. Winter meetings in December. That's usually when we see some movement. That's when we saw, you know, Soto sign. I mean, obviously, we know Snell signed like literally around Thanksgiving last year. So who knows? You might get some news in late November, but I'd say anticipate the winter meetings, and then of course, you know, when spring training kicks off, the WBC. So if you're a Blue Jays fan and you're from Canada, you just saw your team win the World Series, you're probably gonna get waxed by Captain America Aaron Judge leading Team USA out of that group stage. So,
Yikes.
I mean, Cal Raleigh's on the team too, and so is Bobby Witt and Paul Skeens. So I'm like, all right, here's Paul Skeens.
Yeah, they yeah.
Eesh. That's loaded.
Yeah. There's one team that is competing with them, and it's the team. It's basically just the Dodgers' best players that are competing with them. You know, just on another team. That's
Pretty
just what
much.
it is.
I mean, and yours, I guess, too, right?
No, Lee's
Yeah, I
Lee's
guess.
Lee's Korean.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying, like, they're good, too.
Oh yeah, Korea is, but the problem is they're always in that group stage with Japan, so it's like they can never get out of that.
Yeah.
To show how good they are, unless they're like one of the top like 2 that make it out. But if they go up against Japan, I'm sorry, Team Korea, but you're facing a monster. Yeah. But yeah, I'm interested to see what happens this off season. Obviously the Dodgers, all I expect them to do bullpen all day, and if they get Kyle Tucker, really, that's the only big name I see them getting is Kyle Tucker. If they don't get Kyle Tucker, then okay, you know what? I expect a youth movement from the Dodgers because, dude, their age kind of showed.
It's getting old.
Like,
yeah.
no, other than Pages, everybody was above the age of 30. And I was like, oh, man, I didn't realize that. And Pages, 24 years old, was probably our worst hitter. So it's like, I expect Rushing to get more playing time, Alex Freeland, Hae-Sung Kim, please, I want to see him play more. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. We're gonna see. Obviously, like I said, yeah, Kyle Tucker's probably the big name we're gonna see come here. Possibly, I don't know. And other than that, bullpen. That's all I expect. You want to get Ryan Helsley over here? Cool. I'm down with that. I know we didn't have a great second half of the Mets, but I mean, you're not giving up prospects. You're just giving up money. So, I do want to, before we move on to football, Tyler, I'm going to shout out the first time, these guys are getting a ring with the team. I tweeted it. All right. Blake Snell, Michael Conforto, Kirby Yates, Tanner Scott, Alex Call, Roki Sasaki, Brock Stewart,
Will Klein.
Hai-Sung Kim, Dalton Rushing, Alex Freeland, Justin Dean, Will Klein, Jack Dreyer, Ben Rortvet, and countless others that I'm probably forgetting. Enjoy your first rings. And yeah, that will conclude our baseball talk. What a season. Definitely for us, Tyler. We texted back and forth all season.
Crazy.
A good first half of the season, honestly.
Yeah.
And then just a roller coaster of a second half. Ups, downs, a lot of downs in the second half. A lot of downs, but
It's just crazy because I feel like both of these years, I didn't expect us to make the runs that we did. It's crazy. Like, just to be able to get through all the way to the World Series and make it happen.
yeah, there were times where I was like,
I don't know. Yeah, the bullpen scared me a lot this year. So
there were times where I was like, how bad we were playing. I was like, is this team gonna win a playoff game? And then obviously they just flipped a switch. Like Ryan says, do they just flip a switch once it's playoff time? They just sleepwalk.
Yeah.
And then
October is just, I don't know. It's just them.
They have completed the Florida Panthers run by beating an AL East team again. Boston, we want our lick back from 2018. We'll see you in the World Series next year. Or Baltimore if you want to step up. Let's complete the AL East run right now. That's crazy. All three of our World Series this decade have been against the AL East. The Rays, the Yankees, and the Blue Jays.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That is crazy. Wow.
So, yeah. Boston and Baltimore, we'll see you soon. Anyway, yeah, as our Lakers are about to get underway, we'll get to them soon. Let's get to football after that long baseball tirade. Which game do we want to start with?
Let's see.
Because we can go mine first. I didn't watch it.
No, we'll start with the three of our teams, and then we'll hop around the NFL. Just talk about the main big storylines. So Chargers Titans. Jared, I know you were stressing because the score looked close, but honestly, dude,
it was the Titans.
I know you were at work. I don't know how close you were watching and everything.
I didn't watch until the final drive we had to ice.
Okay.
That's when
I was watching along too, just like Ryan. It wasn't trust me, it wasn't what you thought.
It was one of those stupid Charger games where the score is close and weird stuff happens. The only thing I will say is the Joe Alt injury again is bad. So I believe it is I'm going to look it up right now, but if I'm not mistaken, it was a high ankle sprain. I don't know what the estimation for that.
Go ahead, Ron.
No, you talk about it. I'm looking up the recovery time. It honestly depends on the grade. Like if it's a grade 1, 2, or 3 ankle sprain. So once we know that, I know that they're going to do like MRI and get all the scans and everything. We'll know by tomorrow how long he's out. If it's a grade 1, which is what you want, it's 2 to 6 weeks. So he could be back in as soon as 2 weeks. Or 6. When's the Chargers bye week?
It's in 3 weeks. 3 weeks from now. So we got the Steelers and Jags, and then it's the bye week.
Realistically, he could come back after that in like the 4th week.
I would love it if he came back after the bye.
If it's a grade 2 sprain, it's 6 to 8 weeks. So you're looking at maybe getting back for the postseason
if we make it.
Grade 3, the odds are very stacked against him. He could come back for the playoffs. It's 8 to 12 weeks. But if it's a grade 3 strain, I'm gonna be real, he's probably out for the year. So
From what I
that's
saw,
that's the timeline you're looking for.
from what I was
It just
seeing,
I don't know.
obviously, Twitter doctors, that fans are. It's like if he gets surgery,
Yes.
he could heal quicker because he's also younger.
Okay.
But it's just like I'm just flabbergasted because we're already down Slater before week 1, and now Alt's out twice,
Yes.
and I hate that it's the Steelers next because of TJ Watt. And if I have to keep
we'll get to that
watching,
game. We'll get to that game soon, but they
They look
dominate.
really good compared to how they've looked this year defensively.
anyway,
Yes.
yeah, I mean, obviously I saw we were down 7-0, and I saw how they scored a pick 6. I don't know what it is with Justin lately. He's making a bad decision like almost every game now, and I don't know if it's just the pressure getting to him from defensive ends, tackles, whatnot. Dude, you almost had a pick 6 against the Vikings. It wasn't. You're not gonna get away with that every time. He's thrown already double the interceptions than he did last year. Like, he threw 4 last year. I think he's now at 8. But it's just, dude, come on. Like, the fact that it was their special teams and their defense that got them 14, I was like, we can't. Like, I knew this wasn't going to be an easy win. It's my team, for crying out loud. Plus, I saw what happened against the Giants. You think I said, oh, yeah, we got this. I mean, I thought we did against New York, but I learned my lesson. I was like, I am so nervous for tomorrow. Because it's also Mike McCoy, our former coach from ways back. So I was like, this is going to be a Mike McCoy revenge game, probably. Thankfully, it wasn't. I was looking back when I could, and I saw, okay, 7-7. All right, we're up 10-7, and then we're down 14-10. But then we end the half up 20-17, and I'm like, okay, that's fine. And then, I see we're up 27-17, and that's when I texted, just close it out for the sake of my mental health. And great final drive by the team. We had a Justin rollout. I just hate that he was the leading rusher again. I mean, I know.
My fantasy team hates it too, buddy. Let me tell you.
Yeah, I started Vidal too in one of my leagues, but yeah.
He had a great week last week.
Yeah, you might as well. But.
Yeah. But also, your boy started Kyle Manungai. Oh my goodness.
Good job.
What a day for him.
Smart.
Yeah.
I tried to get him.
I'm happy we won for 6-3 going into the Steelers game, and with how the Steelers have been playing before today, I was like, that could go either way. Now I'm genuinely concerned, especially with Joe Alt out, because if we can't run the football and Justin's just getting sacked, I think he got sacked 6 times today. The Titans didn't even have Jeffrey Simmons, arguably the best player on their team. That's where I was like, are you kidding me? Oh my gosh, I got to see, because I know
the Steelers shutting down one of the best offenses is really
that
impressive.
also makes me mad, because I'm like, we got boat raced by the Colts.
Well, guys, you got to remember, Daniel Jones, all right.
Daniel Jones has been good though, so it's
he's been good, for 7 games.
Yeah.
He's at it's 7-game stretch. Like, Tim Tebow had a 7-game stretch. I'm just saying. Like, sure. Jeremy Lin had a 7-game stretch.
Insanity.
I'm just saying, we'll talk about it.
What a time.
I don't I'm very hesitant to believe in the Colts to begin with.
The Titans,
for your Chargers, dude. I mean, you're just concerned about Joe Alt. That's it.
No, here's my other concern too. The trade deadline is Tuesday. Cool, you went out and got Owe. He's looked great since coming over. I need you to trade for an offensive lineman tomorrow.
The problem is teams aren't giving away good offensive linemen unless your name is the Houston Texans.
Yeah.
So
it's really rare.
That's the main issue. I don't know. I don't know if that's a solvable problem, my friend. I just think you have to pray for the health, and hopefully Justin could stay upright against the Steelers. And the Steelers, And for the Steelers, you think maybe this is like a one-game thing, and they
I
go
hope
back to being a
so.
really, really
I
bad
hope so.
defense.
Because,
Yeah.
like, if in my opinion, we probably might need to win a shootout against them. But
Well, you can win a shootout against them. They don't have a good offense.
I mean, they just have DK Metcalf. That's it. I honestly just, I'd say put Derwin on Fryermuth probably, if not DK, and then just cover those
Whatever
two.
the
Honestly.
Colts did today, copy that because he did absolutely nothing, and that hurt my fantasy team so much.
2 catches for 6 yards. Two
Yeah,
catches for
whatever
6
they
yards.
did, copy that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeesh. Got
and
shut
just-
down.
And just don't let them beat you in the running game. And obviously, Aaron Rodgers cannot move like Cam Ward can. So, sack the guy. Sack him. You got 4
He
sacks
was
against
sacked
Cam
quite a
Ward.
bit.
He was sacked by the Colts? A lot?
He was sacked quite a couple
Yeah,
times against the
couple
Colts, yeah.
times.
Okay, good.
Got to him. Like the defense really wasn't the problem. I know they scored 27. The Colts defense wasn't the issue in
No.
that game. It was Daniel Jones in the offense. The offensive line was like straight up bad today. Like, and that's something that hasn't really happened all year. It was just a TJ Watt legacy game, man. That's what it was. He was just
Yeah, to not see Jonathan Taylor like doing what he's been doing it was crazy to see.
All right.
I mean-
Well, yeah, that's just. I do want to give a shout out to Dayon Henley. Had a family member die recently, pass away, and yeah, that's it's one of our captains. So I am proud of him for playing through that. I would have totally understood if he decided to sit out the game because of that. But hey, dude, you went out there, you played. My respect for you can't get any higher than it actually is. But now it's just it reached new heights today. So I might need to get a Henley jersey. Cause damn man, like he is a trooper, dude. Like I love that man. Other than that, yeah, it's I might be at that Chargers Steelers game, y'all, because I will be in Pasadena this coming weekend. So
Sunday night game.
yeah, I know. I'm still
Sounds
thinking. I'm still thinking.
Sounds
about
pretty
it.
fun. Yeah.
Still thinking about
Dope.
it. But yeah, 6-3. I mean, if we go 1-1 these next two, let's say we lose to the Steelers, beat the Jaguars, we're 7-4. Okay, we just got to find 3 more wins, which I can see one after the bye, which is the Raiders. But then after that, you got to find 2 more in there somewhere. And that's the hardest part of the schedule, aside from the first 3 weeks. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'd be over the moon if we were 8-3 going in. But, Rye, the Bills bought us another week.
They did buy us another week. I mean, that was kind of like the game of the afternoon, in my opinion. I mean, there was a lot of really good games. I mean, if I'm looking at it, I mean, the entire early window there were multiple one-score games, So, but yeah, shout out to the Bills, man, taking care of the Chiefs. Before we get into that, I do want to kind of go back to Thursday night. I wanted to ask you guys, what's your confidence level with the Ravens? Are they back with Lamar? Are they going to make the playoffs? Basically, is what I'm asking.
I mean,
Because
here's okay. So
It's not impossible.
it's not, no, because the Bengals can't win. Joe Flacco's throwing for almost 500 yards and they're still losing. It's just their
True.
defense sucks, as we all know.
That was actually insane, and I left him on my bench today. And I was so pissed.
What else? I mean, the Ravens haven't played the Steelers yet, and they're gonna get them.
no, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens during that time. It's crazy that the Ravens, they are the current favorites to, at least after they beat the Dolphins, they're the favorites to win that freaking division now. Like by the odds makers, like Vegas fully believes in the Ravens. I don't know now that the Steelers have beat the Colts, I don't know like what the odds say and all that stuff, but it is impressive. What they look like with Lamar versus without Lamar, and it does show his value quite a bit. And value is something that Niner fans are going to have to start asking themselves with Mac Jones, the Brock Purdy, Mac Jones conversation. Because if Mac Jones keeps having great games like he's having, like you really have to start having a conversation. He went 19 for 24 today, 235 yards, 2 touchdowns. Christian McCaffrey rushed for over 100 yards, and he had 67 receiving yards. So I guess if you want to
He's
be
been
that
really
guy,
good.
Christian McCaffrey's been unbelievable.
Oh yeah,
And
absolutely.
like
And Mac
during,
Jones has been really good. Like he
yeah,
has. Like you got to start
like
having that
during,
conversation.
I think, I look at the Niners schedule. They're 6-3 right now. They play the Rams next week. So that's going to be really telling. If Brock Purdy comes back and you lose to the Rams, and let's say it's not close, like you have to have the conversation. And, you know, I wouldn't say bench Brock Purdy, but I would be like, hey, medical staff, are you sure he's healed up from his turf toe? Like, are you sure about that? Like, maybe we should give him the extra rest just to make sure he's 100%. And ride the hot hand going into the Rams game, or after that, the Arizona game. That's another divisional game. I don't care how bad Arizona is. Divisional games are always close. It does not matter. So I don't know. The Giants, their season's over. Their season ended when Cam Scatterby shattered his ankle. So
That really hurt my
shout
fantasy
out.
team. I am absolutely dying for running backs, bro. I started Kamara and Kareem Hunt today, and
Jesus.
Kamara got .70.
Holy Jesus.
Yeah, bro.
That is
DeAndre
that
Swift
is
was hurt. Ramondre Stevenson was hurt. And there's like no one on the wire.
yeah.
Could have
It's like
got
a Family
Spears,
Guy
I
meme.
guess.
There's nothing.
There's nothing.
Well, you know what? What? Go ahead.
Back to the Ravens. Their next 4 games before they play the Steelers on December 7th. So they've got. Oh, I accidentally clicked on an ad. Hold on. My bad. They've got the. I think they were. No, they weren't on by. That's right. They were on. They played Thursday. They got the Vikings next week, and then the Browns. So they'll be done with the Browns after that next week because they've already played them. And then they play the Jets. And then they've got Bengals on a Thursday night. And then they play the Steelers at home. So realistically, they could
I think they can roll
possibly.
off some games. Yeah.
They could be at worst 2-2, 3-1. If they go 3-1, they're back to 500.
Yeah, and
They
then
play
you
the
look at the Steelers next couple games. Obviously the Chargers, but then they got to play the Bengals. The Bengals already beat them once, right? The
That was a
Bears.
crazy game. Yeah,
I mean,
cool.
I'll say, like, I know that we don't spend a lot of Bears talk on this show, but when the Bears are on, they're
They look
on, and
really
they
good,
look
man.
good.
And
They
then
look
when they aren't, they
like
look really bad.
Yeah.
they look like the Lions when they're on. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? But when they're not, it's because Caleb Williams just sucks at football. So like, what's the? I don't know what the real thing is, and it's like a coin flip each
I mean,
week.
my nun guy was huge, man.
Yeah, man. I expect them to transition
Yeah,
away
I'm
from
thinking he'll
DeAndre Swift
probably
to
become the lead
Monanga.
back.
He should. He should. He's the rookie. He has more juice. He's just better. And despite his like low stature or whatever, he's a very physical runner, which is awesome. So, yeah. So we talked Ravens, Dolphins a little bit, Niners, Giants a little bit. Um, Tyler, what was your main takeaway from you guys just dog walking the Saints? I mean, pretty expected, right?
Yeah, definitely expected.
Stafford's
When we
lying.
started putting up multiple touchdowns in the first quarter, I was like, "Oh, this is gonna get out of hand." It didn't get out of hand as much as I thought, but we still obviously won by what 35-10. So
It was.
yeah, it
My
got out of hand
my coworker who's
pretty
a Rams
quickly.
fan, he was like, "Jared, did they score?" I'm like, "Yes, they scored. Are you doubting your team from scoring on the Saints? What do you
On the Saints, bro. Yeah.
like? Of course you
By the way,
scored."
that score behind you that you just looked at is crazy.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it's not looking
I mean,
good.
is it really that crazy, dude? Like,
No,
Washington's not
they're
what
not
they
that
were.
good, I guess. I don't. Yeah, I
My
don't know
team
what
really
happened,
lost
but
to Washington pretty badly, so
that's tough. Anyways, but
Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, Jaden Daniels.
Bastard.
My biggest takeaway is that Puka's starting to get hurt more, and that's not good. He's starting to have the Cooper Cup kind of
Oh
injury
no.
tendencies and things like that. So it's a
And
little
just in
scary.
a few short
I don't know
years,
what it
he'll be a
is.
Seahawk.
I think
Dude,
like
it
it's just
it was a chest injury today. Like, what? Come on, dude.
yeah,
Like, he fell on the ball the wrong way.
I don't know. He seems like he looks like he's like super strong and everything, and so I'm not sure exactly like just why he's able to get hurt so easily, but yeah, that's a concern. But we look really good. You know, Stafford was slinging it all over the field. Devontae looked good. Blake Corum had a lot of really good runs. They are definitely starting to, and McVay's been talking about this for the last couple of weeks, that it's starting to become a 50-50 even more than that split. He loves what Corum's been doing and like how he's been progressing. And it showed today. I think he had like, let me see here. I want to say it was like 11 carries for like 60 something yards.
Yeah, but like, I mean, like Kyron had a great game too.
And
You know,
I was just gonna say at the same time, like it's nice to see that we can sustain two big like rushing performances, not big, but like a nice solid Corum at 13 for 58, Kyron 25 for 114 and a touchdown. Like it's great to see to have both of them be producing like that. But it's against the Saints at the same time. So yeah, I knew we were gonna win. That was a given. Yours was
yeah,
stressful.
dude. I don't understand what the hell's wrong with my team, man. I don't
It's so
understand.
weird. Like you guys
Like,
showed flashes and then it's just
I
like
saw,
what's
dude.
happening.
I saw a take, and I wish I thought of it first. And that's how you know it's a good take because when I see a take and I don't have it, and someone else thought of it first, I'm like, dang it, I really wish that one was mine. Bo Nix is just Tim Tebow, but he can actually throw the ball. He's
Damn.
just Tim Tebow, but he can actually throw. Like,
He wasn't that last year though. So what the hell happened?
dude, it's just I don't know, man.
It looks very different compared to how efficient you
I
guys were
hate
last year. Like I don't it's strange.
dude, Sean Payton pisses me off, man. And I feel like every other week I'm on the podcast and I come on here and I'm just complaining about Sean Payton. And, a lot of other people and teams would be, they'd be super happy to have Sean Payton as their head coach. And I sit there and I watch the Denver Broncos each and every week refuse to run the football. You are going up against the number one passing defense in the National Football League in the Houston Texans. Let's air it out. Bo Nix is going to throw the ball 37 times.
He threw it 37 times.
It's ridiculous. Meanwhile,
Holy
J.K.
crap, he did.
Dobbins is averaging 4 yards a carry. We're not going to give him the ball until we absolutely have to in the fourth
15
quarter.
touches and only Harvey only got 2. That's wow.
He had a lot of receiving yards, though.
Meanwhile, look at Harvey in the receiving game.
Harvey did great receiving, yeah.
So get the two running backs the ball in the run game.
And
That's
Cortland only
all.
one catch. Wow.
It was a big touchdown.
That
So,
one big touchdown catch, and that was it.
he was
Dang.
getting locked down by Derek Stingley for sure.
Yeah.
And Bo Nix wasn't helping him at all. So we outgained them by like 3 yards on the day. And, you look at the box scores and everything. If CJ Stroud plays and doesn't get knocked out of this game by a Bronco defender on a slide, they lose this game. And I do want to touch on that as well.
Davis Mills played
The
well.
Davis Mills did play fine. The the instant reaction to all this, like, oh, the Broncos are dirty. My God, dude, like, CJ Stroud is running the ball and he slides late. And a Bronco defender hits him mid slide. He slides late. All quarterbacks do it.
They
Yeah.
And
do.
it's like
Yeah.
a rookie making his first start or whatever. It's a young guy that's in there because Surtain is hurt right now, and he doesn't hit Stroud in the head. He hits him in the chest. He hits him like right here, and Stroud hits his head on the turf. It's not a dirty play, man. Like, go back And you guys, I don't know if you think it is or not. Go back and watch it. He slides late,
I'll
and
have to
quarterbacks
rewatch.
do that
Yeah.
all the time. And I don't know, man. Like the guy clearly felt terrible after. And honestly, that's probably the only reason we won this game. So somehow we've
Sympathy.
rolled off a 6-game win streak, and we have the Raiders next week. So
Ooh, Thursday. Ooh. Ooh.
should be a 7-game win streak, right, guys?
Right.
Going in to play
Yeah.
the Chiefs
Totally.
after that. So
Yeah,
we'll
Ryan,
see.
I need y'all to hang an L on KC when you play them. At least one. One. So I
I
can.
can't make any promises. I can't make any promises
Because
because I don't know what team I'm getting
He
week
just
to week.
doesn't know. Yeah, he doesn't know how they're
I
gonna
don't know
be.
who's doing what. I
That's
just
fair,
don't know.
man. They're all over the place.
you know what's funny is
It's
you're ranting on Sean Payton. I think we need to go back to one of our first episodes when Sean Payton got hired. We need to go like a
He went
what
crazy.
was it like back then to versus now.
it was just so much happiness and
Mm-hmm.
so much what's the
Excitement.
word? Excitement, but also like
Optimism, hope.
Optimism.
optimism is the word I'm looking for. Thank you. Big words are hard for me. Optimism and yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know about this team, dude. I look, winning is great, you know, winning is awesome. But when you look like crap for 3.5 quarters, and then every single week you have to do it in the fourth quarter, like it's weird because
It's not
it's like when
sustainable.
Sean Payton finally opens the playbook and Bo Nix runs the football, the Broncos offense look really good. Like Bo Nix is an underrated athlete, and I think they need to use his legs more because clutch runs all the time, man. I don't know. And yeah, I don't know. I just don't get me started, dude. I don't know
Well,
why they do it.
it could be worse. You said you don't know what team you're getting week to week. You could be a Falcons fan.
Again, you don't know what team you're getting week to week. Let's talk Falcons and Patriots because the Falcons probably should have won this game, right?
Yeah.
And like Penix looks awesome. He throws 3 touchdowns. But they don't give Bijan the ball. Drake London looks like the best receiver in football one week, and then the next week he doesn't do anything. And again, like Tyler Algier is getting 2 carries. That's too many. Bijan is like, dude, like a Patriot. I think this is more about the Patriots, really. Like what they suffer for, like 8 years or something, and now they're back to like just being really, really good again. Like, must be
Almost a
nice,
decade.
you know? Like, must be nice, man. I don't know. The Patriots' schedule, though, it's still so easy. Like, they got Tampa Bay next week. That's going to be a tough one. But then after that,
is it in
Jets,
Tampa?
Bengals. It's in Tampa, yeah. After that, though, Jets, Patriots, Giants, until they have to play the Bills, who they already beat. And then the Ravens, who knows what the Ravens are. Jets and Dolphins, the last 2. The Patriots could end up being the number 1 seed in the AFC, which is crazy to say. And they could win this division. So,
The reign of terror is back.
yeah, shout out to Mike Vrabel. If you picked him for Coach of the Year, you probably got it right. I don't remember if either of you did.
I did.
I think he did. Yeah.
Oh, I just had a hunch, man. Because it's funny.
No, we were high on the Patriots too.
It's funny because I read something back when we were hoping to hire Jim Harbaugh was if Jim didn't want to leave Michigan or he didn't want to be the coach, they were ready to just give Mike Vrabel the job. They were like, and I was like, I would have been fine with that too. Like I would have been fine with
Yep.
Mike Vrabel. So I know he's a good coach. So I was just like,
Yeah.
why not pick him for Coach of the Year? Turn the Patriots around. I didn't think they were going to be this good, though. So.
Yeah, I don't think anybody did. The Vikings beat the Lions, and
Shock.
I don't know what to.
That was really shocking. JJ
I
came
don't know.
back and beat them. What do you make of
What
the
do you
Lions
mean?
now, though? It's like
even then, though,
They have
JJ
2
didn't
division
like.
losses.
He
JJ
didn't
doesn't
look
look
that
good.
good. No,
JJ doesn't look good. Like he
I
scored
know.
3 touchdowns, two on the ground, or 2 through the air, 1 on the ground, and I mean Detroit outgained them by about 50 yards. I mean Detroit 240 air yards to the Vikings 115 air yards. That's not sustainable. But I guess when you outrush the Lions by nearly 100 yards, I mean, you're going to beat them. Running the football, Jahmyr Gibbs, 9 for 25,
Wow.
less than 3 yards a carry.
How did
Monty averaging less than 4 yards a carry. I don't get
Okay,
it.
I gotta ask, how do you let Kamani Vidal run all over you and then you somehow stop Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery? What the hell? I gotta
I
ask
don't know.
Doesn't
that.
make any
I
sense.
have to ask
Makes
that
no
question.
sense.
I
It's the
get, dude.
Lions
It's
schemes, I guess, or something. Or the
Brian
line.
Flores, man, with the blitzing and everything, got to Goff in this offense. I don't really know. Aaron Jones looked pretty good. He averaged about 9 yards a carry. I mean, that's really good. And then Jordan Mason didn't do all that much, but like Jones has been hurt and he came back, and Aaron Jones looked good. They just outrushed him. They outran him, and you go down to the team stats. Penalties, huge part of Detroit's loss today. 10 for 76. They did lose a fumble. Not very efficient on third down, but they did get all of their fourth downs. I don't really know what to make of the Lions losing this game. You look at the Lions' schedule going forward. They're going to bounce back next week. They have Washington, so they should be able to get a win there. But then after that, they have to go to Philadelphia, and that could, that's going to be a tough matchup for them, especially with the way the Eagles are playing right now. So, Colts Steelers. I don't know what the Steelers are, man. The Steelers are such a week to week team, and I think that you can say that for a lot of teams in the National Football League. You don't know what you're going to get week to week, and to me, all those teams where you don't know what you're going to get week to week, those guys they're not real contenders. They're just not. I don't believe in the Steelers. I don't think they can win the Super Bowl. I don't think they can make it to the AFC Championship game. I just don't. Um, it's going to be interesting to see how they match up against the Chargers. I know Chargers aren't going to have Joe Alt more than likely. And
Yeah,
for the
it's gonna be
Colts
real
side,
interesting.
now the schedule starts to heat up a little bit because they've been playing. I mean, outside. You look at their schedule. Outside of the two LA teams, they played Denver, which they should have lost to because of the leverage call. You beat the Rams. No, you lose to the
You
Rams
lose.
because
Yeah.
Adonai Mitchell drops the ball
Yeah.
at the 1 yard line. So like maybe you say they kind of offset each other. The Broncos win and the Rams lost. They kind of offset each
Yeah.
other, right?
Sure.
You do beat the Chargers, which is a good win, but then you lose to the Steelers. Now you have the Falcons, who, again, who knows what you're getting on a week-to-week basis with the Falcons. Sometimes they look like a true NFC playoff contender, and then other weeks they look like they're going to be vying for a top 5 pick in the draft. I don't understand. I don't know what to make of Atlanta.
Yeah,
This
they're
week they go.
so up and down. A lot
I
of
saw.
teams are like that though this year, bro. Like it's kind of like all over the place in the
It
league.
seems like there's no good teams in the NFL. Like I don't understand.
Like the
Like
Packers and the Lions, we both thought were gonna be. They lost to the Panthers, bro.
shout out to my Carolina Panthers. I may have abandoned you, but I'm back, baby. I'm so back on the Panthers. I abandoned them after 2 weeks. Shouldn't have done it. I regret it. I'm sorry. Take me back. That's all I'm saying. Carolina. We'll get to them. But yeah, man, the Colts, you don't know what you're gonna get with the Falcons. Then they have the Chiefs. That's a tough one, man. I know that the Chiefs lost today, but the Chiefs are 5-4, and you got to think as the season winds down, the Chiefs, if they're not in the postseason picture, they're gonna have to put up all the stops. You're not gonna miss you're not missing the playoffs in the prime of Patrick Mahomes' career. You're just not doing it.
From
So
what I heard during the Bills game from my buddy who's a Bills fan, like I forget what the player was, but he was like step for step with Rice, like the almost the entire game. I forget
Mm.
who it was though. Like, I can probably pull up the DM and see if it was if he said his name. Here, let me see.
Yeah. Well, while you do that,
He just said
after the Chiefs,
it said
go
Rook
ahead.
was stride for stride. Whoever number 31 is, he got an interception. If I can pull up who 31 is on the Bills.
Oh, it's Maxwell Hairston.
Yes, I think that's who was guarding Rice all game.
Where did he play? Kentucky, I think. He's a really good player coming out of the draft. I don't think we mocked him in the first round, but he's a solid player, man. I mean, good, man. If you're the rookies need to step up. I mean, this is around the time in the NFL season where rookies are supposed to be hitting their strides, and you're starting to see who the cream of the crop is in the class of the previous drafts, you know. And if you're not seeing that, you start to get worried. So yeah, but back to the Colts. After the Chiefs, they have the Texans, who have a good defense. So it's going to be interesting to see them against Daniel Jones, and if this is a trend that continues. Like you have five really good defenses up on the schedule. You have Atlanta, who has a good defense most weeks. You have the Chiefs, who have a good defense. The Texans, we know what their defense is. The Jaguars up to this point in the season, not counting today, have had one of the best defenses in the NFL. And then today happened, so we'll see what the Jags look like going forward. After that, Seattle. So you have a stretch here of five potentially really good defenses. It's going to be interesting to see if the Sam Darnold losing, you know how the Sam Darnold lost the two last games of the season for the Vikings, if that clock strikes midnight earlier for the Colts than it did for the Vikings. It's going to be interesting to see that. So,
All right.
who had a bear? Go ahead.
Actually, I think did I have? You said, "Oh, we're doing our upsets." Right? Our
What do you mean?
upsets. Remember our upsets of the week? Are we
Oh,
doing
I don't
that?
know what our.
Are we doing that
Yeah,
right now?
we do
Or
it every week. But I don't
I
remember
forget what
what
I
our
picked.
upset.
I forget what I picked, honestly.
is that what you're bringing up right
You
now?
got Bills over Chiefs, freaking you cheater, man.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't remember
That
if I
was, bro.
chose that one.
Everyone knows the regular season. Like,
Yeah, because what? You're gonna give me the Chiefs are favored in that game? That's a freaking layup, man. Come on.
Uh, Speaking of that, I did have Dolphins over Ravens. That I should have gone with Carolina.
Did
Should have
Tyler
done
do
it.
Bears over Bengals?
And then
where did I
Tyler
have?
did Bengals over Bears.
Oh,
Ah,
Um,
crap.
damn.
so the opposite.
Dang
Um,
it.
Close.
yeah, I was gonna ask. Speaking of Bears Bengals, did any of you have Bears Bengals being game of the year on your on your bingo card this
That
NFL
was
season? Oh my
insane.
goodness,
Holy
this game
crap,
was
bro. Joe
awesome.
Flacco with the Bengals now. My goodness. And
Yeah,
they were
Joe
bad in the
Flacco was
first half,
amazing.
by the way. Like, they were not playing well.
No, Flacco was amazing. Caleb Williams had a very good game. You know, one of the few times you watch a game and you see Caleb Williams actually flash, and you're like, man, this is why he was the number one overall pick.
And he
Good.
didn't even hit a Dunze at all. Like, it's crazy. He didn't even need him.
It was all Colston Loveland. 6 for 118 and 2 touchdowns, and obviously the big game-winning touchdown
Bro,
at the end.
that one was
Um,
crazy.
yeah, one of the best plays in the NFL season up to this point. It
He
was
breaks
awesome.
2 tackles and takes it in. Just barely, bro. The guy was, like, right behind him, too.
Yeah, shout out to Roma Dunze for the good cardio today. 0 for 0, big nothing burger, and then Kyle Monungai,
Young
man.
guy.
This guy was unbelievable in this game. The Bears rushed for 283 yards as a team. The Bengals rushed for 46. I know that this was a shootout. You're going to lose that game every time. I'm sorry. You just are. You have to be able to run the football in the National Football League. So, yeah. Yeah, we talked about it. When the Bears are on, they look like the Lions. And when they're not, they look like, well, they look like, I don't know, who's a bad team? The Giants? I don't know.
I lost.
Speaking of the Giants, the Bears got the Giants next. So, and then the Vikings after. So, can the Bears, stay viable in the NFC playoff picture? Going to be interesting to see.
Maybe.
Ugh. I
Bless
sneezed.
you.
Yeah. All All right. I think this is going to kind of be the last game we talk about. I mean, we could talk Bills Chiefs too, I guess. But no shocker there. The Bills won their Super Bowl, and then the Panthers upsetting the Green Bay Packers. I'm gonna be real, guys. The Packers might be the worst 5-2 team I've ever seen in my life. Like,
Yeah, I was gonna
built
say,
under
bro, we
that's
were
my, that's
very
my
high and in on the Packers when we started the year, and now it's like,
hit them.
dude,
I stuck
they
with the
can't move the
Lions, so
ball.
I guess all three of us are kind of like, what are these teams right now?
I don't understand. I know that the Packers were my pick to make it out of the NFC. I don't remember who your guys's was.
Mine was the Bucks.
I
Pretty
the
sure it
Bucks.
was
Yeah,
the Bucks of the
yeah. But
either the Bucks or the Packers.
I'm gonna be real. I don't see the. I don't think Green Bay is gonna win. I hate to be like, oh, I'm out on this team, or whatever, like halfway through the year, but they were my pick to make it out of the NFC. I don't see them doing that up to this. Like, I don't see them doing that. I, if you want me to be real, I think the Rams
And
are
they
the
just
best
lost
team.
Tucker Kraft too, bro. That's
They did?
huge.
They did. Oh
You
my.
guys
Yeah.
didn't see
No,
they
I was
fear
at
it's an
work.
ACL.
Yeah, he's out. He
Yeah.
tore his ACL.
Oh
Mhm.
no.
He's done.
Yeah,
I
bro.
don't know what they do.
Bad for one of my fantasy teams.
And
Sucks
next
though.
week, Monday night against the Eagles. It is in Lambeau, so there's that.
Well, they just lost in
But
Lambeau, didn't they?
they did
Yeah,
just lose in Lambeau.
to the
So
Panthers.
I don't know, man. And the way the Eagles looked without AJ Brown, maybe they trade him. Isn't the NFL trade deadline in like 2 days,
It's
by the way?
Tuesday. Yeah, it's Tuesday.
Yeah, so gonna be interesting to
Yeah,
see what
Jared said
happens
that
there.
earlier.
Maybe maybe AJ Brown gets traded. Who knows?
That'd be
But yeah,
crazy.
Bills
man.
acquire
My
AJ Brown.
my Carolina Panthers. Who knew that the secret sauce was just giving Rico Dowdle the ball every single time?
Literally.
Why couldn't the Cowboys do that? What? I don't understand.
Right,
Like,
yeah.
it doesn't make sense to me.
The Panthers O line must be really good because it seems like every year they're able to boost these running backs that no one like thinks is going to be that good. Like Chuba was really good at the end of the year last year.
Yeah,
They
now
thought he
he's a
would be good
liability
this
on
year
my team.
again.
He's a liability on my team.
Yeah, exactly right. And now Rico's completely taken over, and you got to give credit to the line because they're making them happen. Like they're making it happen for them.
Yeah. Dude, this was such an ugly game. And, Carolina, you got to give them credit. They have the same amount of wins as the Green Bay Packers. Both have 5 wins, which is crazy. And then you go and look at the standings. I'm going to pull up the NFL playoff picture.
Well, we should
Currently,
start because we're like halfway through the season already.
yeah.
Kind of a scoreboard check. Lakers are
35-27
in towards
first
the end of the first
quarter.
So
Yep. Around 2:14.
Yeah, we'll talk Lakers right now. Real quick, I want to ask you guys, give me one team in each conference. I will list off the teams. One team in each conference that you think is basically going to miss the playoffs and drop out of the current standings. So current standings, you have Colts, Patriots, Broncos, Steelers, Bills, Chargers, and Jaguars in the AFC. If you had to pick one team to drop out, is it Jacksonville? Are we all just going to pick Jacksonville?
I was thinking probably Jacksonville, but who else could it be in that group?
I'm just
The
gonna.
other, the
I'm
Steelers
just
would
gonna
be
say
Steelers.
I'm gonna say what I'm thinking. If the Joe Walt injury is literally is gonna be what I'm picturing right now, it's gonna be very hard to find 4 more wins here without him. It's very possible we maybe go 9-8 and we just miss it. Maybe it's very possible, especially if we don't have him and we don't make a trade. I mean, like you
You guys
said,
did look very different without him.
like
Yeah.
that's the thing. Like against the Vikings, we looked damn near unstoppable. The Titans, we struggled to protect. It was just,
Yeah.
oh my god, I was just.
So, I mean, maybe it stays the same, but like in my head, I'm like Kansas City is the one team that is the top team out of the playoffs right now. They're gonna get in somehow. Like they just are. It's the Chiefs, right? So who's dropping out is the question. The Jaguars do benefit from a crappy division, so there is that. But they themselves, they started out hot. Since that Kansas City win, they have not looked good. So there is that.
Very big emotional win has translated into downward spiral.
A very bad emotional season. Yeah. Okay. Here is the NFC playoff picture. Tell me one team you guys think is going to drop out. Eagles, Bucks, Rams, Packers, Seahawks, Niners, and Lions. The teams on the outside looking in. It is actually tough because the teams on the outside looking in, it goes like this: Bears, Panthers, Vikings, and then if you care, the Cowboys and the Falcons are next, and then yeah, it keeps going. But
you know
look,
what?
if you forced me to pick a team, it's the Niners.
I'm
because of all the
say
injuries.
none. Bold prediction.
There will be no upsets.
There will be no upsets. There will be none.
I kind of agree with Jared. Like, what team to even
Someone
pick out of
would
that
have
is
to
impossible.
get hurt everywhere. They'd have to either lose their QB or lose so many key players in a week. I know the Niners have, but they've been winning despite that.
They've been winning despite the attrition.
Unlike my team,
they're
team who can't do that. So it's just
that's tough. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. I would go Niners if I had to pick because
Probably, I would say
in the Carolina
Niners.
Panthers again. I'm a Panthers guy.
I might say the Panthers too.
Panthers are going to get in there and knock the Niners out. All right. Basketball. Here's my take, boys, on the Lakers. And then you guys tell me what you think this far into the season. If the NBA better hope that 23 is washed. They better hope that old Goat James is washed. Because if he's not, man, this team looks freaking good, man. This team looks pretty solid without him. They better hope that Goat James can't do anything anymore.
The fact that AR could carry without Luka no problem was really awesome. And Rui stepped up too.
And Laravia, who was number 12?
Laravia too, who was number 12. Yeah. Funny. That's what I'm trying to find out. Whatever Ant said or something.
What are your guys' feelings on Ayton and Smart so far?
Ayton's starting to get better. He started out kind of slow. I think he's had some better games lately, though.
He's not playing tonight, but Jackson Hayes is back.
Jackson Hayes is playing well. He has 11 points already.
Yeah, he's back in the lineup. Look, man, I originally I don't like the way they built this team around Luka. I think we need to have better three-ball shooters.
Yeah.
But look, I guess having Laravia being a good surprise and Reeves improving from the three-point line, that helps it, right? Marcus
Dalton
Smart
Connect is kind of not what we expected him to be originally last year.
No, Connect needs to
I think
go.
the trade stuff affected him or something. I don't know.
100%. Yeah, we need to trade Connect, and I think that's going to be the move to getting it better because he's just very repetitive with what we have. I think the people that are saying, "Oh, trade Austin Reeves or trade LeBron," like, shut up. Just
no.
We have to see what the team looks like with everybody before we do that. You know, Skinny Luke has been really good though, man. Skinny Luke has been a dog. What are his season averages? I'm looking.
Like he's averaging 40.
He has like 38. Yeah, I think it's 38.
And ever since Justin Herbert came to see the Lakers game with Madison Beer, it's just this team's just been different.
This guy, bro, he finds a way. Always finds a way.
The Justin Herbert Madison Beer effect. It's real.
Dude, you guys aren't gonna believe me when I say this. What do you think?
Oh, he averages 45.
Oh, you
sorry.
Tyler throwing a wet blanket.
My fault, bro.
We were gonna play guess that stat line, and no, it didn't happen. 43,
Dude.
11, and 7. And honestly, if you round up the rebounds and assists,
45.3, 11, and
it's
7.
it's 45, 12, and 8 if you round up, by the
Yeah.
way.
Almost averaging
true.
a
So,
triple-double. Jesus.
Just
It's
saying, man.
insane, bro.
Your
He's
MVP
ridiculous.
race is Luka and Wemby. So, yeah. I'm telling you, man, they better hope because if
If Braun comes back firing,
Braun is good again, which I don't expect him not to be, I think he's going to be good, then the NBA needs to watch out. That's all I'm saying. They look really good, man. And
they do.
none of us believed in them, but
No.
maybe that's just what this team needed. Maybe the team needs nobody to believe in them, you know? So,
You know, we saw that loss to the Warriors and went, we might not be as good as we thought, and then immediately
Yeah, we overreacted a little.
our only other losses are back to back to where like everybody pretty much sat out. So
Yeah.
speaking of, we have a back to back
We are
against
up
the Blazers
43
again.
to 36 at the end of the first.
yeah.
Mm.
The Heat are surprisingly good.
Yeah. No, I
They're
know
like
who's
average-
surprisingly good.
the Bulls,
The Bulls.
That won't
Thank
last.
you.
led by
Yeah.
Josh.
It won't last. It's the Bulls.
There's no way that's gonna last, bro.
Who's
No one
first?
caught my thing. That's a good
What'd
thing.
you say? No, you
I said
said Josh.
led by Josh Diddy.
Oh, jeez.
You didn't hear? That's the new nickname. We had Tyrese Halliburton. Now we have Josh Diddy. Dude,
Tyrese Halliburton.
NBA nicknames are the best. I'm just
They're
saying.
great. Yeah. Oh Lord.
Some of them can never be used, but still. Also, I do want to say this. Is Jared frozen or is he just like still in shock by
No, I'm looking at my phone.
Oh, okay. I thought you were still in shock. Okay. Man, NBC and Prime, I salute you. You get a golf clap from me because basketball coverage this year has been actually good. And I don't know if you guys are watching it, but Udonis Haslam and like Dirk and Blake
Dude, the
Griffin
way they like break down
and,
things.
like
Yeah.
actually breaking down stuff. Thank God. Thank you. My goodness.
Mm-hmm.
And ESPN, man, look, Tyler and Jared, y'all don't have to say anything because maybe there's opportunities for you in the future at certain networks and stuff like that, Tyler. I don't know what
Good
your plans are.
point.
Jared.
Yeah.
Listen,
Mm-hmm.
you don't have to say anything. I'm going to say it right now. ESPN can, they can go bankrupt for all I care. I am so tired of
Did you
the
see the
crappy
YouTube
coverage
TV
of
stuff?
sports. The YouTube TV stuff, YouTube TV too. This number one for YouTube TV subscribers, this happens all the time. I don't have it. Y'all know what I do, and we're not going to say it on the podcast to incriminate ourselves. But shout out to a certain site on the interwebs. I'm not saying a word, but
Keep talking. Just go.
yeah. YouTube TV subscribers, this happens all the time. This is just billionaire companies fighting over stupid contract numbers
For no reason,
and
bro.
screwing this out of everything. I'm going back to cable. I'm going to be real. On cable, you don't got to worry about this stuff. I don't care. I'll pay the extra money just to not have to deal with, on a random Sunday, sorry, you don't get to watch NFL football this Sunday because we're arguing with Disney. Sorry, you don't get to watch college football this Saturday because ESPN wants to raise prices and YouTube TV is trying to avoid raising their subscription prices because Disney wants them to pay more. Whatever. The point is, I don't care. People use illegal streaming sites and don't give any of these companies any money at all. That's my TED Talk. Welcome to my TED Talk, and that is all. I don't care.
Talk about incriminating.
Incriminate me.
Lord.
Come after me. What are you gonna do? I'm not gonna get thrown in jail for watching Stream East. I'm just not.
He really said that. Oh my god.
I'm just
We're
not.
gonna see like 3 government agents just like grapple through the windows. It's just...
Taken or something.
From the Monsters Inc. guys that just
2319.
with the sock. This is 2319. We got a 2319.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to state for the record, all of that is purely hypothetical and hearsay. None of it is true. I'm definitely not watching it on my TV right now as we speak. This is definitely Peacock. I bought Peacock for Sunday Night Football and I'm watching it right here. Yes, I am. And my word is my proof. And I think that's going to do it for the podcast before the FBI comes in and arrests me.
For gambling.
So, just wait, man. When more of that gambling stuff comes out, the podcast is going to be incredible. That's all I'm saying.
All right.
Oh
Well,
my God,
anyway, guys.
Woo. Damn, Rye. I'm dying.
This is gonna be a little bit non-sports related thing. I'll end it off with. For those of my friends that are anime fans, if you've not seen the Chainsaw Man movie yet, go see it. Movie of the year potential. I will not recover from what I witnessed. But
Did you see a chainsaw?
I saw more than
man.
And a man.
Just go see it, Ryan.
Put together.
You go see it, and you'll know what I'm talking about.
You know what? I'll go see it when you finally sit down and watch Hunter x Hunter for me. You keep constantly avoiding one of the greatest animes of all time, universally renowned. And honestly,
a couple of my
they're not
friends
finished
have
with it
said
yet.
it's really
They're not
good.
finished with it yet. They're gonna keep going eventually. So watch the anime, Jared.
Just nothing.
Stop avoiding it.
No
Why are you
comment.
avoiding
Just
the
no
topic?
comment.
Why are you avoiding Hunter x Hunter? I don't understand.
Isn't it Hunter x Hunter?
It is Hunter
The
x
X
Hunter,
doesn't
but like
exist,
that's
apparently.
Oh, gotcha.
when you just watch it.
I am watching Gachiakuta. It is fire right now. It is. I am enjoying it.
Hunter x Hunter's better. I promise you, it's better.
I don't know about that.
What's your favorite anime?
All time?
It doesn't matter. Hunter x Hunter's better.
Yeah, I don't.
He didn't even say anything.
It's like, it doesn't matter what it is. No, go ahead. End the podcast, guys.
All right.
End it.
Anyway, guys.
For real, huh?
Ryan, Tyler, Jared.
Anyways, guys.
We'll see you in the next one.
Dodgers went back to back. Let's go.
Hopefully, next episode I come back with a win against Aaron Rodgers. Hopefully, if I attend the game. Anyway, guys. See ya.